Welcome to the first video in our annual fall foliage video series. This year we are going to be going all throughout the Northeastern United States, and today we're starting in one of my favorite spots in New York State, the Catskills region. This is a tiny all-black A-frame cabin. It's been featured in Vogue and a few other publications. There are actually two different fire pits outside, a smaller one on the outdoor deck and a larger one a little deeper into the woods. The interior then, I'm a huge fan especially of the kitchen. It has some very high quality appliances, and the living room. The interior design is top notch. So without further ado guys, let's now go and start the full tour. Let's go and check out this tiny all-black A-frame cabin in the Catskills. It was a bit rainy throughout my entire stay, but honestly, it just added to the moody cabin vibes that are famous this time of the year. But this is the front of the home. You'll see as soon as you pull up in your car for the first time. Obviously, there's that large deck, which I'll get to a little bit later. But personally, this is one of my favorite angles of the home. You can see a whole lot more, and I have all of the lights turned on inside, so it really brings out the orange glow from the interior of the cabin. Let's go and see the first of two exterior fire pits. This is the one on the main outdoor deck, so you don't have to go very far from the cabin to enjoy your fire. And this is one of those solo stove fire pit models, if I'm not mistaken, so it emits a lot less smoke than usual. There's also a large picnic table there you can see on the far end, so you can have a nice meal outdoors when it's a little less rainy out. And here's just a more zoomed out drone shot. It's one of my favorites from this particular shoot. Now for the second fire pit, this one is more on the right side of the property underneath some trees. This one has a larger fire pit, but the all black theme continues with the black fire pit and the 4 modern chairs that surround the fire. This spot has some more space though, so it's great for s'mores with your family. But that's it for everything on the exterior, guys. It's still raining, so I'm now going to open up the front door, and it's time to go and check out what the interior has to offer. When you first enter, you'll see the living room and staircase on the left, and the right hand side has your dining area and the kitchen there a little further back into the corner. But let's start off this tour by going first over on the left into the living room. The highlight of the living room is definitely the couch in my opinion, but I also really love this 2-tiered coffee table that is right in the center. It has a very modern look to it, and it caught my eye as soon as I walked in for the first time. On either end of the couch, you also have some additional lighting fixtures and small tables. And here is the staircase. It leads to the loft bedroom, which we'll get to a little bit later in the video. And there is some nice reading material as well, which was the perfect way for me to pass the time during this rainy afternoon. Of course, the book is cabin themed. Next, let's go and see the dining area a bit more. You have a large dining table, and if we pan up now with the camera, you can see a unique lighting fixture that is sort of dangling above the table. There are 6 chairs around this spot, so you can gather with your family or friends. This cabin sleeps up to 4 guests total. And in the middle, there is a little tray with a few items waiting for you. They include a candle, and I'm always a huge fan when a property has some unique or personalized branding to it. So there is a postcard here with the name of this property. I'll briefly mention this, but in another corner, there's a large fireplace. I didn't have the chance to light it, but it's always great to have an indoor fire option. Let's go and head to the kitchen now. Again, I mentioned earlier, but the highlight might be all of the appliances. They are from a company called Bertazzoni. Excuse my Italian. They're made in Italy, and it's definitely a higher end appliance brand. For example, over here on the left, you have your fridge and freezer unit, but what might steal the show is definitely your stovetop and oven off there to the left. And you also have this beautiful white backsplash in the far corner. To go into some more detail, this is a very well-stocked kitchen. Everything from your tea kettle to various cutting boards and utensils. There's then your large black modern kitchen sink straight ahead, and it's definitely more rare for an Airbnb of this size, but you do have a dishwasher here on the far right, which is great. I know nobody likes to hand wash their dishes. Finally, for this space, if you look at this other door, that actually leads to the basement. I believe there's a washer and dryer down there, if I recall. Other than that, we're not going to spend too much time in the basement. To begin to finish up on this floor, I'll walk down this hall and go through this door on the left. This leads into the first of 2 bedrooms. Both bedrooms have a queen mattress in them. I love the decorations that are hanging on the walls, and you have, I believe, 7 pillows here on this bed, so you definitely have no shortage of pillows. This other corner has a mirror and a very uniquely shaped dresser. If you need even more storage space other than the dresser, this far corner has a little fan there for when it gets hot out, and a closet in that corner. Let's now go directly across the hall from the bedroom and into your bathroom. It's pretty simple in here. You have your bathtub and shower straight ahead. You have public goods, branded shampoo, conditioner, soap, hand soap, everything you may need. You also have these gorgeous floor tiles if you look there down below. Here is then your bathroom sink and then your toilet. So everything that you need. We are now back in the main living room space because it's time to go up these stairs to go and see the loft bedroom. So I'm going to begin to head up. You have some pine cones here that are straight ahead, which was a nice touch. And I've seen some really steep staircases and even ladders in A-frames over the years, which I'm really not a fan of. This staircase was very manageable, no complaints. And here is your loft bedroom. There is another queen mattress. You have a bench at one end and then 2 nightstand tables. I also really love that mirror and its unique shape there on the left. And you have plenty of pillows in this bedroom, just like we saw in the other room. There's also an extra blanket here. It can definitely get chilly at night, and a fan if you're dealing with more heat. And as I do in all of my A-frame tours, here is more of a bird's eye view of the main area. And now as we begin to pan up with the camera, you can see all of the differently shaped windows and even this really large chandelier at the top of the ceiling. Thanks for watching, guys. All booking info is down in the video description, and I will see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.